Yo, welcome back to BLR with Justin and Ulam. So, I believe that Luna was about to regale us with some sort of story. So, she had been silent for a moment and then began to talk.
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box. Yes.
Fascinating. She twisted the key on the bottom and it made an almost imperceptible winding noise, especially since it doesn't appear that there's any room on the bottom for there to be mechanics, but okay. When she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess.
That it's a music
I wanted you to know more about me.
Alright. That doesn't really tell me anything more about you.
Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really.
Well, you've got 8 of them now.
So I've sort of always been alone.
We're all at least acquaintances.
It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me.
She was going to imply that just purchasing it had somehow fixed anything.
I didn't say anything. Luna, happiness is closer than you think.
That's what a caged bird tells you? Okay.
Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird?
Nope. Or, yeah, okay. I know the gist of it. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. Brother and sister named Tiltil and Meetil, I guess, get asked to find a bluebird by this old woman and they travel to the dream world or something? Okay. Anyway, supposedly if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So they all visit these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in a bird cage in their hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story.
Sure, I didn't know that.
And it teaches a simple lesson.
There's no place like home? Oh, okay. Yeah, like you said, happiness is closer than you
Right,
think.
it got me thinking.
Okay.
Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that.
If they're assuming you know that relevance to that story, sure.
I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But
Alright.
one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird.
The more
In
apparent
Maeterlinck's
in a
original
cage
story,
thing.
it doesn't end with them waking up. Yes,
There's more?
when Tiltil and Mittil try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away. And then the story ends.
Okay, so what about the
It
moral?
changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you lose it again. I thought about that for a
Goodness,
while,
okay.
but in the end, it didn't change how I felt.
Yeah, after all, this bird is still definitely caged.
I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for, and it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy.
It's pretty hedonistic, but okay.
You know, Sigma, I think you might be Tiltil.
Huh?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something? Where
Sure.
did you find Alice?
In the upstairs room. What does that do?
Just
anything?
answer me. Where did you find Alice?
She knows more than she's letting on. Let me rephrase that. She's now letting on that she knows more than she had been letting on. Room 2 in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
I was in the lounge. That was after we'd split up to go look for Alice. The first place I went was the
So
lounge.
you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice. And then you
Yes.
rushed her to the infirmary, right?
What's your
Okay,
point?
tell me this then. How do you know about the garden?
Ah!
Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice, didn't you? That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
Well, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain it to myself. So yeah, that's a decent answer. Just say, I honestly don't know. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I'd been there before?
Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here?
What?
See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
Oh, right, this is still going to have to address that. Damn, so you did see it,
yes,
huh?
I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial bio... It makes them look almost exactly like a human.
ABT on top of a metal skeleton. Makes them look human.
And ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
Which could be colored red, but is being chosen to be white for... what reason? For some reason, when Luna had called me a robot, it hadn't really fazed me. Maybe because it was just so out there. It didn't sound like a real possibility. It sounded like more like a theory you'd get from someone in a nut house. Still, my hand was still oozing white liquid. Was I really a robot? No! That was impossible. I needed to stop doing that. Questioning myself so much was giving me heart palpitations. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I am a robot. That means there's a pretty good chance Zero's pulling my strings. That would make me your enemy.
Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Why not?
Maybe because you're a robot. Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
You're talking about the author 3 laws of robotics that are for storytelling purposes?
They were a set of rules created by the
Yes,
science
you are
fiction
talking
author
about that,
Isaac
yeah.
Asimov that he
Keyword
used
here,
in several of
fiction.
his stories.
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. Rule 2. Must obey any orders given by a human except when such orders would conflict with the first. And Rule 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Yeah, I've heard of those before. That's just an ideal, though. You could work toward that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever they wanted
Yes,
to.
you're right. But I believe in them. In you. However you're programmed.
Okay, so she has just full-on
I don't think you
decided to
break
believe
any
that.
of the 3 laws. A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes.
Then is the more likely scenario not that I just have a robotic arm?
Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot. There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests. Yes.
Tests?
Well,
How?
the Atom should be able to tell us.
Oh yeah, the thing in the infirmary. Yeah, it is a little odd that in all of this, he hadn't thought of trying that. Heard the crunch of dried leaves behind us. Okay, well that's fun. When I turned, there was nothing. Who is it?
Is someone there?
Probably, and not...
Just me.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sorry,
Hi.
but can you guys come over here? I need you
What?
to see something.
oh dear, what have you found? Lou and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes. Don't be another body, don't be another body.
Welcome.
What? How long have you been
Just
here?
got here a little while ago.
Did you...
No, were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about?
Yes.
Whatever. Just have a look at this.
What? Followed the line of her finger. Oh! Well, I mean, on the other hand, that's good. Now we know. And that's the one we have the code for. One of the ones. So yeah, actually I could... Oh, right, we don't have the device. Shoot. Can't just input it without the input device.
An antimatter
This is,
bomb?
Yep, another of the bombs.
Exactly.
But
I'm
again,
pretty
it
sure
wants
someone
more
didn't move it here
information.
from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb.
Right, this timeline they are just discovering that there are multiple.
Look at the number on the side.
Ah, which means this timeline... No. We've already cured Luna, so I think no, in this timeline we do also know about the second one in the lab. Maybe we don't know about the one in the lab?
And the one in the crew quarters, then that...
No, indeed, they don't know about the one in the lab yet. Huh. No question,
I've got
huh?
more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there
How's that
somewhere?
good news?
Can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
Damn it, that means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
Minimum, again.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite
Why
a while.
would you just directly point blank ask us that and expect us to answer that? Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well, I was taking a walk.
Taking a walk? You really think I'm gonna buy that?
Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret, so I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse. Of course you weren't there.
Yeah.
That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd
Happened to
suspected,
find us
there you
here.
were, talking
Okay.
on the bench.
Good guess.
I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then,
Huh?
just as I was getting close enough to hear, I
the
found the
bomb.
bomb. So, believe me now?
Why not?
Honestly, it could have been any one of us.
But more than likely, it was none of us.
Anybody
Especially
could have
since we
come
happen
here
to
while
know
we were
it's
all
the-
looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
Probably. Head back to the infirmary. Interesting that we're choosing that location. Am I going to get a scan and see what the deal is? Everyone else was already there when we arrived. Oh, I guess, yeah, they would be, because that is where Quark and Alice had been. Cleverington Myoji, Dio and Kay. Alice is still unconscious, and of course Quark is still unconscious. Have they been administered that they've been completely insane not so long ago? But yeah, from the sound of that, they have had the Excelsior applied to them. And alright, I listen up, told them how we'd found the number 1 bomb in the garden, and how, judging by numbering on the 2 bombs we'd found so far, there was probably at least a number 2 bomb out there somewhere too.
Oh, this is... What are we going to do?
Yep.
Well, I think Alice mentioned something.
Yeah, that we
There
need
should be an
input
emergency
device.
deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device,
Well, yes,
you see it
but
right here.
also-
If we can
yeah,
find
there.
the password
We
input
also have
device,
the input
then
device.
we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Oh, whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me.
Yeah.
Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room.
Yeah.
There's
I'm
also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
True. Maybe, but the last time we tried this, Dio certainly
So you're
didn't.
planning to search us for it?
Exactly.
But
No buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate. Clear? Good. Now who's going to be first?
Shouldn't we start with the 2 unconscious? The
Huh?
device could have been planted on them. You only need to search one
What?
person. Wait, what? Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. You didn't figure that out this time. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, no, it's only because of your time knowledge thing that you know who it is. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying
How
them.
can you... There's no way.
Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person? Yeah. J'accuse! It's you, Dio!
Come
Somebody
on, what
grab
is
him!
this? Are you high?
Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, Kay, but could you hold him down?
Well,
It's on him, I promise. Well, see, there's the problem. Don't make a claim like that. The device wasn't on him last time, despite the fact that we know that it was him.
Knock it off,
He
Sigma.
may well have hidden.
You're doing this all backwards.
That's not wrong, but so this isn't a court. Besides, all we want to know is who set the bombs. And why are you getting so worked up anyway? Well, because he's been accused! If you're innocent, then a search will show that, and I'll look like an idiot.
Nice try, but that's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so. What are you even basing this on? How do you know I set the bomb?
Because
Spit it out.
I know about the Myrmidons.
The Mirmo... What?
I beg your pardon?
no, How do you know that, Sigma?
Oh, that's not all I know. I know about Free the Soul, and I know about Brother.
What the hell are you talking about?
I can tell you the details later. There's no question that you were the one who set up the bomb.
The fuck do you think you are? None of that has anything to do with me. I don't know who the Myrmidons are, and I don't know what Free the Soul is, and I certainly don't know anything about some old fart called Brother.
Oh, Dia, tell me, how does that foot taste? Who the Myrmidons are? I don't recall saying the Myrmidons were people. And what about Brother? How would you know his age if I hadn't said anything besides his name?
Wait, so he's left? But that means he's a terrorist!
Oh, very good, Clover. She put things
terrorist?
together quick.
Oh dear.
Left?
Alright, well, Dia has just given up that the cat is out of the bag.
Looks like I won't be able to talk my way out of this one.
Oh, that's a sign that he has a
Seriously,
knife on
though,
him.
when did we get so famous? The Myrmidons aren't supposed to be something anybody knows about, let alone you two jokers. Okay, you got me. Yes, I'm the leader of the Myrmidons. My real name is Left. I was sent here to stop Zero Senior's AB plan. That's why I planted the bombs. If it looked like the plan might actually succeed, I was supposed to blow this whole place sky high.
What's
AB
that?
plan.
Well, looks like you don't know everything after all. I should have been more careful. Then again, it's not like it really matters.
Why? Oh, crap. I was gonna say why. No, right, because he does have the detonator on him.
After all, you're gonna die here.
What?
God damn it. No, yeah, leapt toward him.
Well, there.
Yep, having failed to remember. Oh, right. He's definitely got that on his person, though.
Better not come any closer. You think I'm not prepared for this? Take one step and it'll be your last.
Then, that thing you're holding.
It's the detonator.
Yeah, I guess it is. Now back the fuck off!
Dio, please, calm down. If you press that button, you'll die too.
So, believe me, there's plenty more where this came from. Now
What?
that we've cleared that up.
What do you
back
mean, what?
off.
You should know about the clones at this point, too, then.
Come on, move it! Go, go, go!
We had no choice. Slowly, carefully, we backed away. All of us except for one, Tenmyoji.
Hey, Grandpa, your hearing gone? I said back off!
No.
Really? Tenmyoji, okay.
I'm not screwing around here.
I can see that.
Interesting. Calling
So
his
why didn't
bluff?
you do it? Go ahead. Press that button.
What?
Tenmyoji!
Something wrong? Hurry it up. I'm not getting any younger.
This is
Oh,
ballsy.
do I sense hesitation? What's the matter, Dio? Scared? Well,
You son of a bitch.
so you were just bluffing.
I'm not bluffing, goddammit. You hear me? I'll do it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
I'm
working
sure
up
you
the
will.
nerve,
But there's
and
really something I should tell you.
if
See that detonator you're holding? It's a fake.
how do you know that in the first place?
What?
For just an instant, Dio's eyes twitch down to the device in his head. His is a bluff. Well done. That was all the opening Tenmyoji needed. Should have been all the opening any of the rest of us needed either. He cried out as he leapt through the air. Tenmyoji's leg shot out, knocking the detonator from Dio's hand. And it landed on the...
What
Shit, not
happened?
good. What happened? The detonator. He doesn't have it anymore.
What? What's happening?
Oh, right.
There's a red light on it now.
Oh, you really fucked up, Tenmyoji. This is what happens when you try to show off.
Yeah, well, actually, we were already in threat of this, so no, actually, Dio, you did, because now you're going up with us.
What?
I'm sorry, this is my fault. I didn't have time to tell you how it
What are you
works.
saying?
The detonator isn't supposed to be separated from Dio. If it is, then the timer on the bombs automatically activates.
Damn, how much do you know? Fine, whatever. Well, he's right. If that thing ever gets more than a meter away from me, it activates. When it does, it starts the timers on all the bombs. So thanks to this old fart, you get to try and defuse a bunch of activated bombs on a countdown.
And I think we're probably about to hit a lock, because I don't believe we have...
You can go ahead and
All the
destroy the
information we
detonator
need.
if you want. Once the timers have been activated, they'll...
Yep.
How long do we have? When do they
Why would he
explode?
bother
You should
to
know,
tell us that,
Sigma.
honestly?
Why don't you
But
tell
yeah.
her?
30 minutes.
30 minutes? That's crazy!
That's generous, honestly.
How do we stop them?
Well, the emergency
None of us know
deactivation
them, though.
passwords. Nope, none of us know, but there's someone who does, isn't there?
Okay. I'll give you one, since I'm such a swell guy.
And probably one we already know.
The password for bomb number 2 is...
Ooh, okay. No, that's still kind of useful. It's probably this one. Or maybe yeah, maybe this one. Maybe this is going to guarantee that that top one is for the number 0.
EQD, DYR,
Nope, yep.
NTK.
Indeed. Now we actually do have all of the ones we need. Excellent. And we know which one everything goes to. Just still don't have the sticking input device. EQD. Ugh, still bad, but whatever. DYR. NTK. Alright. Well,
Bomb number 2.
it's close.
But we haven't found that one yet.
Oh? Well, my mistake. Must have slipped my mind. Well, there's nothing you could do anyway. You don't have
Yeah.
the input device. Really,
Correct.
it'll be much easier if you all just give up.
Where's the input
Oh
device?
gosh, I wonder.
Where did you put the number 2 bomb?
Shoot, you know, I just can't remember.
Yeah, now's the time to tie him to something and...
Anyway,
Possibly start
I think it's
kicking him in
time
the
for me
face.
to be moving on.
Moving on.
To where?
What, I have to explain everything? To the next world, of course?
No, wait! Oh, right. Threw myself toward Dio and wrapped my... Well, I mean, like, even if we prevent him from taking his cyanide pill, I don't know that he's likely at all to give us any further information, so honestly, we might as well let him. But threw my hand toward Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it and kept his arm pinned. Nice.
Shit! Let go of me, goddammit! Get off of me! Let me go!
No. Continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. Somebody get me something to tie his hands behind his back. Shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started trying to pry his open.
Hey!
Oh, he already
Hey!
had it.
I'm
Clever.
not fucking around, alright? Let go of my goddamn arm!
Nope. By then, the others had run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Even then, he refused to stop. With increasing desperation, he tried to get the hand I had grabbed to his mouth.
We don't have a choice. Luna, go get the Soparil.
No, if we put him to sleep, we can't get what we need out
You
of
think
him.
I don't know that? What other choice do we have? Every minute we spend wrestling this prick is a minute we don't have to deal with those bombs. We don't have time for this.
But then, we might as well just let him take the pill and die, so...
What are you doing, Luna? Go!
Right.
Yeah, so like I had said previously, this kind of indicates that we're meant to assume that we have essentially
Okay,
a
I've got
limitless
it.
supply of Soparil.
I'm ready when you are.
You can do whatever you want to me, you fucking cowards! You're still gonna die! Go ahead! Tell yourselves you can fix serves you.
Yeah,
You're gonna...
Oh, for God's... Luna,
Right. Here goes.
Well, this'll shut him up for a while. We should still absolutely tie him to something while he's unconscious. Also, that's probably taken at least like 5 or so minutes of our 30, so we need to get this moving. As they began to climb off him, I finally pried Dio's hand open. There it was, just as I had expected. A small, unassuming capsule. Didn't know what was in it, but it was undoubtedly some kind of poison. Stumbled toward the sink and tossed it into the drain. That's probably fine. How much time do we
About
have
20
left?
minutes or so, I think.
Yeah.
and how much time until the white doors open?
Well, that's ironic. The same.
So,
We put in those passwords
we
and stopped
searched
the bombs,
Dio,
but again...
he doesn't have anything that might be the input device.
Yep, and we've not yet encountered it.
And that is...
We'll split up and find it, unless any of you have another suggestion. Alright, this is just gonna end the same way it always ends then. A dismal silence filled the room, even though no one spoke. I could see despair on every face.
All right. No point sitting around.
True, but there's just no way we both find it in time and get it to everyone, even though I have all the passwords. Because the other thing is, we've yet to find the second bomb, despite the fact that I know it, but I've not revealed that I know it, so it's likely that just hasn't jogged yet, and we've certainly never found the zero bomb.
Until those things actually go off. We've
Sure,
still...
in 20 minutes.
Sigma, you come with me.
Sure,
We're going to have
why
to
not?
go look at the number 3 bomb. See if the timer really has started or not.
Is that worth not just assuming?
All the rest of you, listen
But
up.
sure.
I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
Does that help?
What?
Oh, right, good call. Nope, because if, if and when we do succeed, we need to get through those doors ASAP.
Why there?
Just listen. Worst case scenario. We'll open the white doors and go through them to... wherever they go. Maybe we'll get lucky.
We
Understood.
won't, but...
We will take them to the Floor B warehouse. Once we've done so, we will begin to search for the input device in the number 2 bomb.
Good.
Alright,
Okay,
well,
we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
if I turned around without waiting and headed for the door, I can pretty much assure you we should just go ahead and start looking. There's no way that the bomb has not started. There's no point in really checking that, but whatever. Gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile, then hurried after her. Sure, why bother? We stand so little of a chance. Although the fact that this hasn't already hit whatever the lock is makes me think that maybe we are just going to be able to finish this route out. Maybe someone will find it and we'll be able to... Because I have all the codes now.
The light's flashing. I
Alright,
guess the
probably
countdown has
indicates it, I
started.
guess.
So, what are we going to do? Without a way to enter the passwords, we're screwed.
Yes, so we have to find the thing to enter the passwords.
Right. We'll just have to split up and look for it. I'll
Yep.
look around here. You go check somewhere else. If we get to
Alright.
T-minus 5 minutes, then we'll meet back in the Floor B warehouse. Got it?
I guess, yeah. Honestly, even if we reach about 10, it probably won't matter. If we haven't found it by then, is there really any point in meeting up again?
What's with that look? Don't worry. We'll figure it out, I promise. You know what they
Maybe.
say. Swimsuits never quit.
I have no idea what that means. Doesn't make any sense, so that's what the hell are you crying
I'm
jokes
just,
right now?
trying to show you that life is still worth living. After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
Alright, well, this is just being weird.
All right. Hey, get
Let's
moving.
go.
We don't have time to...
Alright. Check the time on my bracelet as I head out of the crew quarters. 15 minutes now, I presume, or something. Oh, it's not going to tell me. Wasn't good news. Yep, 15. Figured they would. Which, given the 5-minute deadline of meeting downstairs, is really only 10 to find anything. Alright, I was wondering if they were going to make me select a place to look, but it's kind of looking like it's just going to automate this part. Forlong found himself through the infirmary. All too often what you're looking for is right in front of you. We'd spent a lot of time in the infirmary, so it seemed kind of fitting somehow that it might have been there all along, or maybe Dio had dropped it there recently. There was no way to know. In any event, had to start looking somewhere. So yeah, you might as well start looking... I don't know, I mean, I might have said the Floor A warehouse was maybe a more direct first place to start looking, but... Luna, you're
Yes,
still here?
the others are taking the people who are asleep to the white doors. I chose to stay here. I thought you might come back.
Why?
Because the atom is here.
Really? Is this really the time,
I
Luna?
thought you might want to use it. Isn't that why you're here?
No! I mean, yeah, I want to know what's going on with me. It's driving me nuts. Hell, I feel sick. But this isn't the time for that. Being a robot isn't going to mean a lot if I die anyway.
Why did you come here then?
Because it could be here. Trying to input things.
Really?
Yes, why would I lie?
I see. I seem to have made a mistake. I knew you couldn't use the atom without me. So I stayed behind because I thought I might be able to help. I guess I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Okay, she turned and headed toward the exit. Wait. I couldn't just let her leave like that. I sighed. How long
Not
would it
more
take?
than 5 minutes or so.
Luna. We have less than 15 now. Sure.
Yes.
Why not, man? We're gonna die anyway. Let's do it. Cutting our 5 minutes of looking down to a further 5 minutes. I lay down on the table. Luna picked up the Adams scanner and began to run it across me slowly and methodically. A few minutes, she was finished, and...
That's it. You can get up now.
She sat up, hopped off the table. Screen was already starting to show my results. So, what does it say? Eyes glued to her face, looking for any sign of what the answer might be. Studied the readout 7 long signs for replying.
Well...
Today.
It says you're not a robot.
But it does say you have the virus.
You're human.
Yep, I'm waiting for it. I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. Relief didn't last long, yep.
But your body isn't entirely human.
Yeah, the arm didn't give that away. Obviously.
You're part machine.
Would have to be.
Look here.
Wait, what are you saying?
The structure of the bones in your arms
It's not just my hand, it's
isn't
the
anything
whole
close
arm.
to human.
So, apparently, I am a, amputee?
They're made out of a titanium alloy. On top of that skeleton is artificial your arms are
cool.
Cybernetic? It means a mechanical...
Yeah,
you see all these root-like things around the titanium bones? Those are artificial nerves. They're probably connected to your own nerves, which is how you can move your arms. I imagine they allow you to feel things through your arms, too.
What? No, this is ridiculous. I think replacing my arms with robot ones is something I'd remember. Not if it happened while you were knocked out, buddy. And I know they weren't always like this. When I was a kid, I broke my arm and they took an x-ray of it. Oh, that's not what anyone's suggesting, Sigma. The doctor told me I had really thick bones, I must have done something pretty insane to break them. When the hell did this happen? Obviously, when you were unconscious. I guess this must not be one of the routes where he's ascertained that it has been quite some time between when he was knocked out and woke up here. Which is more than enough time. If you're going to be trapped in a place, it's weird for someone to give you prosthetics, but for them to have been messed up enough to cut off your arms is not that ridiculous. Although, again, yeah, to replace them with mechanical ones is a weird... it's weird, but there's an explicit time frame where weirdness was going on. You were being kidnapped for a death game anyway. Wait, okay, let's say you're right, my arms are cybernetic. Wouldn't that mean I don't have to worry about the bracelet going off?
No. Unfortunately, you probably do
Yeah,
still
because
have
the
to worry
tissue on the
about
outside
that.
is still connected. Why?
The cybernetic arms are made to function just like real arms, which means
They're not
they
separated
interface
from
with the rest of your body.
Well, but then, yeah, if it's white fluid and not actual blood, why it should not actually then be connected to my bloodstream.
Which means that anything injected into them is spread to the rest of your body.
Then. That's some nonsense, or else it should be actual blood flowing through the artificial tissue. How do you know that? Whatever. That's not an answer.
But not everything has an answer. There are some things you just can't explain.
Well, that's
Don't you know how
definitely
that
true.
feels? How did you know about the garden? How did you know that Dio planted the bombs?
That's... Yeah, give her the
sorry,
point
Sigma.
and move on.
I wish we could talk some more, but our time is up.
Yeah, pretty clearly. Press the buttons on my bracelet, felt my stomach drop. We were supposed to have been down there 4 minutes ago. Only got a minute left.
Sigma,
All right,
there's
well.
one last thing. I was given very specific instructions.
I shuddered! Not because I was scared of what was about to happen, because I was scared of Luna. She was calm, unnaturally so, like a machine with a human face. We were about to die. How could she be so calm? Alright,
Please
not
pay
the
attention.
fact that she suddenly reveals she has instructions.
This is very important. You must be sure to remember it.
What are you talking about? How was I supposed to remember anything?
Should you encounter a two-headed lion devouring the sun, remember,
Were your instructions to only give me this a minute before the bombs go off and not significantly earlier?
GTF DML 016.
That is definitely not a password I already have. Perhaps this is the one for the computer. Let's put it in a different color. GTF DML. Whoops. 016. Curious.
With this key, the first gate shall be open to you.
Is that the computer?
There you
then, or
go.
not?
I hope we can meet again someday. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
What are you doing? Yeah, and then before she can answer. Okay. Yeah, I assume then this is definitely probably the Luna end. And once again, just ends with everybody's death. World exploded into noise and light, disappeared along with it. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. That last line! Floating in a field of nothingness after having come to after dying? What? Yeah, okay. I get it from the music. This is definitely... This was Sigma End? I guess we did learn more about ourselves than her. Huh. Huh. Fascinating. What's this one waiting on? Yeah. We probably have that now. I keep doing this. Well, and I cannot skip. Why? Why can't I skip? What's going on? There we go. Now it's letting me skip. Oop, no, not menu. Don't end up, or memo. Don't end up messing something there up. Alright, so. That's curious, certainly. So the other ones we still have is this one that we don't even know what the lock's gonna be then. And I guess, yeah, other than, okay, so after the computer there's 2 splits, so that's curious. And this one is how do we stop Phi? Probably by revealing something. So actually, I don't know which of these 2 locks we even have, because I don't know what we're gonna reveal. And again, I thought we already knew how to get around the 5 minutes of life, so... Yeah, I don't know which of these is going to end up allowing us through or not then. So, we'll go ahead and call this episode here. Next time, I mean, these are both pretty short, so we'll try doing this one first, and we'll see where that takes us. And if it does finish relatively quickly, then we'll go ahead and pick up the other one and try to also get it done. So it looks like we're only about 3 or 4 episodes away from this series being concluded. So, thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.